sometimes there's something really beautiful, and kind of the longer that I garden, I kind of realize that simplicity is really nice too. So sometimes it's just really great to have just one thing in a pot. So I have two plant, I have these tall ones, and then I have two smaller planters that match, kind of on the lower step here. And because these are complex with our thriller, filler, and spiller, I want to go ahead and make these a little bit simpler, but I'm going to use what could be also a thriller plant, and that's going to be a caladium, and I'm planting them from bulb, which I've never ever planted caladiums already growing or in bulb form, so I'm really excited to see how they go. And they're going to kind of bring some additional height, so I'm hoping they'll come up to about here to kind of fill out and kind of blend the caladium with the dichondra falls and make a really nice bold statement here on the porch. So one thing I wanted to show you is that I did have, gotta weed them a little bit, but I did have my fall mums in here. So sometimes mums come back and sometimes they don't. One of these did, but one of them didn't. So, and the one that did was only not super vigorous, so I just decided it wasn't worth it for me to keep those plants. But I did have some that were very vigorous and other planters that I'm keeping and kind of holding off in a back area for fall until fall rolls around again, and just kind of caring for them. But one thing that I like to do, since these did have mums in them, is we have the remaining stems here, and I'm just going to twist them off, and I'm going to try to maintain all that root system in my pot. So I'm just going to twist off the kind of woody pieces, leaving the roots behind. And the reason that I'm doing that is because roots feed microbial life, and I want my pots to have the best chance of succeeding, the new plants that I put in there to have the best chance of succeeding. So I want to invite that microbial life that's in my soil into those planters. It's already probably there. So if you leave the root system in there, you leave the microbial life in there. If you rip the whole plant out, then your microbial life is going to leave with it. So I'm reusing the soil from the fall, and now all that I have to do is kind of fertilize my plant, and I'm hoping not to really, I don't really need to refresh so much. And I may kind of top off with some worm castings or something, but I don't want to replace, or I don't have the funds to replace all of my potting mix every season. So I kind of just use this method to help maintain good healthy soil. So I'm going to put 3, I believe these are called seafoam caladiums in, and they're going to be totally different than the ones in my front suite, but I thought they would tie. They're a little bit more cool colors, and would tie these two planters together. So I'm just going to dig a hole 3 times the height of my bulb, and I'm going to put it in a triangular formation. Triangles, odd numbers of the plants is really something eye-catching. The eye goes towards an odd number of things versus an even number of things. And we are going to just water these and watch for them to come up. And I'll give you an update soon. So these planters will kind of sit for a little bit, but use some patience, and they should be up soon. Here's the other one. I had already pulled the stems out on this one, and then I realized, I should share that information because I love sustainability and feeding soil. I'm really passionate about that, so I hope that you learned something. All right, until next time, flower friends, keep blooming.